Well, hello there, people with the internet, and hello again, I'm TheMBmulti, and welcome back to my Let's Play Dwarf Fortress, part 75! Holy hell, only 25 episodes to go, woo! In the previous episodes, we traded with the human caravan for the first time, they got here for the first time. And now, as you can see, we got over 20,000 dwarf credits exported wealth, so, which means next time when the dwarven caravan comes over, we are going to be upgraded to a county instead of a barony, which is what we are right now. So that's pretty exciting. Also, I was busy with this area over here because there's a whole bunch of because there was this lake which was really causing me a bunch of problems because it's in the way, basically. But as you can see, it's drying up right now. I pumped all the water out into this huge lake that I created on the side. Still need to get rid of that. And it's very thinly spread out, and now it's just waiting for it to dry up. And then we can remove the ramps, we can build some walls, and then we can finally continue the road, because that was the whole point of this. Right, so there are some people that are going to need to name. Right, so first up is KM, I believe. Yeah, KM and RG Hunt. You asked if you were in my fortress, and I didn't know, of course, because I got more than 200 dwarfs. So I checked it, and you are not in the fortress. Neither you are not living in my fortress, and you're not dead in my fortress, so you aren't here. So KM and RJ Hunt, unless you changed your name, and I added you once you had another name, but then oh whatever. Alright, so here you go. Pause and read your description if you want to. And we got some other people. We got a new furnace operator. These are we didn't have a migration, but we had what's it called? We had other people, just random people coming in. Becoming adults, I believe. We got Honey Badger. Pause and reads your description if you want to. We got a legendary Stonecrafter. Oh yeah, I believe this was one of the legendary children. Minecraft and Nicholas. No, you must already be here. Nathan, yeah, you've changed your name to Nathan T, but you are AK Foxy, which is our expedition leader. Ulti Dragon Lords. You are the person that said he was going to watch the series all the way from episode 1 to catch up before I finish it off. So I hope it's still going well for you. And I checked, you're not in here either, so there you go. Oh yeah, whoops. Pause and read your description if you want to. Alright, this area is completely filled with people that have been named. Then we got here a trader. CJ Arbo. Oh, whoops. CJ Arbo. Pause and read if you want to. Alright, so this is the human swordsman, that's a mercenary. This is a mercenary. We got a peasant. You are going to be named Ming X. Pause and read if you want to. That should be the last one. Yep, all the other are dwarven children, and this Bart hasn't joined our fortress. Member of Romantic Pulley, no. Right, so yeah, I'm fairly sure, Minecraft and Nicholas, that you are in here. I mean, your name sounds extremely familiar because you've been on my channel for a very long time. You should definitely be in here. So my quest is now to really quickly find you. You might be dead though. That's the point of Dwarf Fortress. It is possible that you are actually just dead. These Ulti Dragon Lords. Soulcrafter. Or if you also change your name at some point. Mac, yeah. Do 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 do. There are a bunch of different Matthews in here. Weren't you a one of my masons, Minecraft Nicholas? Oh, it's Matthias Mason. No, Zach Taylor was my mason. Oh, okay. Alright, so the question is then, I'm fairly sure that you were in here. The question is, are you dead? Can I make dudes? There are a whole lot of people in here that I remember because they were extremely busy, extremely active on my channel at some point somewhere. So I've seen I've recognized their names because I saw them pass by a lot of times, like Omega Raptor, Anime Alien, Chris Smith, maybe? Can't remember. Taki Zombie as well. The Gaming Lemmer as well. Xeno Kid as well. Mr. Comax as well. Dr. Perkins as well. The Engine Team as well. Random LOL as well. That's the annoying thing. You add all the people that you are familiar with early. But yeah, that also means Black Saber Predator as well. That they also die very easily. Martin Ferrelli as well. Gaming with Caleb as well. So far, I'm not really seeing you, Minecraft Nicholas. I really thought... It was Crawford too. Really thought that you were in here somewhere. Well, not necessarily in the graveyard, but... Nate Taylor. Oh, isn't that Nathan T? Oh, so yeah, you're dead then. But you aren't, because I believe that you used to be AK Foxy, and your AK Foxy is still there, so I actually named you twice. Oh, whatever. I can't remember when. If everyone keeps changing their name, I'm definitely not going to remember anything. So it is how it is. I might, if another child comes of age, I'll name it Minecraft, and I could just make sure that he's actually in here. Because you've been on my channel for a very long time. Anyway, that's enough about channel history. Dwarf Fortress, what were you doing? Oh yeah, we were working on the Pantheon and our defenses, and that's just what we're going to continue working on. I ordered statues to be made. Looks like they've already been made. Statue of Rylem. Of Rylem. The deity of creation. Depicted as a male dwarf and dwarves. The dwarves are admiring Rylem. And he's striking a menacing pose. Okay. Did I only make one? I thought I ordered multiple statues. Well, apparently not. Because there's only this one here. There are a whole bunch of coffins there too. Alright, so... This is the Chapel of Birth, the Chapel of Creation. Oh, I just didn't even... Okay, there was only one, okay. Build good... Statue. Statue there. This one. Rylem. There we go. Oh, whoops, that's not where I want to go. You Instead of making coffins, make chairs repeatedly and tables. We already have a whole bunch of coffins. Yeah, look at that. We got way too many, actually. Not way too many, of course, because it's not fully filled in anything, but used for burial. There we go. This is going to be the catacombs of the Pantheon. Right, so now we need to make another temple here. There. Assign location. Add location temple. Alright, so Raylan was the one that we did just now, the creation gods, and now we do cat for storms. Actually, hang on a minute. After this, there are 6 other. Let's assign location, add temple. Right, so after this, 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. We can just keep going up on the list. So this one will be dedicated to the Cat, which is the god or goddess of storms. Then the next one will be for the god or goddess of youth. Then the one for song, music, revelry, and happiness. Then mountains, volcanoes, fire, the sun, and fortresses. Jewels, wealth, and trade. Risen, of course, Risen the Tinkle. And this guy of metals, strength, and war. But yeah, we're making this one of cats. Chapel of the Chapel of Metal, Chapel of Wealth. Okay, so hang on a minute. Chapel. Yeah, I need to fucking check it out for a second, so. Location details. Rename. Yeah, there. The Chapel of... what was this again? Oh yeah, Storms. The Chapel of Storms. Dedicated to cats. Dedicated to... Alright, so wealth... Oh yeah, okay, that is actually dedicated to Logan. Because I was wondering, because there was another... one... Tobal oily mines. Right, so I'll just put all the tables in. There, okay, so that takes care of that. Making temples look more beautiful. But yeah, we got yeah, I think all the gods that are left in the list going up are also actually the ones that we could just go up the list. It's not like I've used any of them. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, right now we need to make a statue of cat. Everybody's moving over there to grab the coffins. Add statue. Prioritize it, of course. Details. Image. Specify a new image. Historical figure. Filter on cat. Alright, so now we need to go down to the K. Cat. Cat. Cat's deity defined helms cat most often takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with storms. There we go. She. And we have cat, the deity of storms, depicted as a female dwarf. Objects. Do we have like something like the sea? No. Water? No. Wind? Window. No, we have nothing of that. That's a bit annoying. Tree, plant, tree, shape. Anyway, we'll just do something. Feeder position, laboring. Striking a triumphant pose. Why not? Done. Right, so that is that. So that's going to go on the other side, and then we have six other temples that we need to fill. Oh yeah, I think I already changed this one. Because this is Logum. We'll craft the statue of Logum. Right? This is, yeah, Logum. Deity of wealth and jewels. Hang on a minute, isn't Logum is the like the small deity, right? Teshkat, the green luxuries. Chapel of Wealth. Wealth. Yeah, it is still dedicated to Logum, so you need to remove building. Because we have to put the right statue in, because we already have the other statue. Because yeah, I made it for Logum and then I changed it to Tashket, but we actually have enough room, so I can change it back to Tashket or whatever his name is. And then we can put Tashket's statue in here somewhere. Oh, whoops. Right, assign location. Add location, temple. You see Teshkat, the green luxuries. Here, because I dedicated it to Logum originally, but it only has one. Wealth and jewels, and this one is wealth, jewels, and trade. So, I'll call this the Chapel of Trade then. But this is not... yeah, this is cat, so we have to do this one next. And Odshen. Kerning and Teshkat. So it's coming up in the next layer. And then Rizentinkle and Kesh are in the top. You already have another war god, right? Mercy and Forgiveness. Jewels and Wealth. Yeah, this guy. Lurak, the Smoke of Direction. Of Fortresses and Death. Metals and Crafts. Right, which one did we... It's really confusing because I haven't done this in a long while. Alright, so this is... Lurak, okay, this is Lurak the Smoke of Distractions. Depicted as a skeletal female dwarf. Yeah, I call this the Chapel of Death because she is actually a skeleton. And the other one is going to be called the Chapel of War because... Well, just because. They're both gods of war, but... Okay, so I'm actually going to do it all. I'm actually going to designate all the temples right now, just so that I won't forget. So, yeah, this is the first one, L. Add new location temple. Cat was the next one, so this is Fimshell. It's already called the Chapel of, so that's great. Rename location. The Chapel of Youth. Done. Chapel of Youth. Right there. There. Assign. Add temple. Okay, so that was this one. So then this one is going to be Song, Music, Rivery, Happiness. So that's going to be just Happiness. Onshen. Okay, the... Oh. The Chapel of... Oh, happy... The Chapel of Chapels. Music, then. Chapel of Music. That's the Chapel of Music, yeah. Assign location. Add one temple. That was this one. So this one is Mountains, Volcanoes, Fire, the Sun, and the Fortresses. The fence flickered. Right. Right, so we have Justice. Caverns. We've got the Chapel of Wealth twice. I just noticed. Where the hell is this chapel then? There's Chapel of Wealth here and there's Chapel of Wealth there. That is something I have to check out. Okay, so we have to add one. Temple, and that is this one. Mountains, Volcanoes, Fire. Yeah. Volcanoes and fire is volcanoes, fire, and the sun. So the Just Church. All right, so the whoa, no. The Chapel of the Chapel of Fire. It's called the Chapel of Fire. So that's there. Where's the other Chapel of Wealth then? Let's take a look. So this is Chapel of Caverns. This is Chapel of Death. Yeah. Chapel of Trickery. I still haven't assigned this location. Okay. Also build statue. right there, and then I want expand of Logum right there, the one next to it. Okay, so this is not even a chapel yet. This is the Chapel of Trickery. What statue is this then? This is the statue of Gedor, the Nightmare of Sins. Deity of Torture. Okay, L. I don't even have a Chapel of Torture. Metal, wealth, death, caverns. Yeah, we got another wealth. That is not right. Alright, so first I'm going to check out Chapel of Dawn. Chapel of Birth. Okay, so yeah, this is called the Chapel of Wealth, but yeah, Trickery, I just read up to Trickery. Wealth is nowhere to be seen, and then it just continues Dawn, Birth, and Creation, and Storms. And Storms, Youth, Music, and Fire is what I just made, so it has to be this one. Chapel of Wealth, this one. Location details. No, it is not dedicated to... Oh my god, everything is so fucked up. Tuscan the Green Luxuries. Logan. Yeah, this one we have to change restriction, rename location, retire location. Retire this one. Sure you want to retire? Yes, we have to get rid of that. And then assign, add a new one. Temple. This is for torture. Yeah, Gedor, the Nightmare of Sins. This one. Shrine of Midnight. Rename. It is the Chapel of whoa. The Chapel of Torture. There. They're out of order now, but whatever. Alright, so this should be dedicated. Oh, this also has a right, so sign. This is this Chapel of Wealth. Yes, that is Chapel of Wealth. Metal, death, trickery, birth, creation. We just signed that to youth, fire, and that one still has to come in. This is the Chapel of Music, Chapel of Storms, Chapel of Dawn, Chapel of Torture, Caverns, Wealth. Wealth, and then location details, Logum. Exactly. And I have to put the proper statue in. We're just waiting on one extra table. This is fire. This is where the other wealth, well, it's going to be trade, is going to go. And here's Risen the Tinkle, and the other one is going to be War. So we can already make them. They're already out of order anyways. It doesn't really matter. There. Assign location. Add a new one. Temple. For him. War. And then rename this the Chapel. Oh, I pressed R for random. Great. Okay, there. The Chapel of War. That's the Chapel of War. And this is going to be for Risen the Tinkle. Add temple risen the tinkle, so earth. Alright. The chapel of the chapel of chapels. The chapel of earth. There we go, and then this one is fire, and then we only need one more, and that is going to be trade. And then all the chapels have been made. Right, so where was... Oh yeah, that's trade. So build a statue there. Then we are, of course, gonna give that the statue of... Yeah, Teshka the Green Luxuries, indeed, him. He has to go there. Because that is the actual one where he's gonna go. It's a bit chaotic, of course, I have to admit, but no, that's the wrong one. Right, and then we of course need to make a whole bunch of extra statues. Also, while this is being constructed, so needs wall/floor construction. Make that out of schist. Make that out of schist. Make it all out of schist. Oh. There! Right, so now we just need to wait until the dwarves actually make this. And then we can remove the ramp and everything, and it'll be fine. It's a lot of work getting that single stupid hour tower, but it is going to be worth it. Especially also when our wall here in the front is finished. Yeah. A lot of work, but then my fortress will definitely be impenetrable. It already was, kind of. Interrupted by Kia. Fucking interrupted by those stupid things. They always get interrupted by the stupidest things. Oh, the Forgotten Beast is still here. Still there. Still taking a bath in the cave. Right, we also have some blind cave ogres, but they're really far down. Yeah, it's a parrot. They get fucking interrupted by that parrot. I mean, what the hell is the parrot even doing, which interrupts them? We've got an elf animal caretaker walking around here. We also have we have a lord, which is our guest over here. Right, Ilgate the Ancient Canyon Castle, this is just our fortress. Music of the Lights, our tavern. 2 of the 4 rooms have been rented. And 1 of these 4 rooms have been rented. Sort of instruments. the crystalline temple. So we have two temples, two separate temples, fully dedicated to two of the gods. And this is of course this is the library, and these are all the chapels for the different. These are all the different chapels that are part of the pantheon. Written objects. There are only 2 written objects in there. I've got 73 bookcases and only 2 written objects. Total number of each to scribe. Writing material. 1 out of 10. Yeah, it's really annoying that I can't really produce a whole produce a whole amount of stuff. Alright. Soldiers are still nicely training around here. Archers are training. The only people that I don't really have a good... If I place the door there? Yes, there is a door, okay. There's just Galena in the way. Holds back as crooked crossbows. Armox archer. Okay, so we still need extra archery targets. There we go. So that the other guys can also train here. Because, right, so what do we have? This is crooked crossbows. This is bolts of bad guys, so Armox archers are gonna go there. This is... The Armox archers can already sleep there. I don't think they even have any area where they train or something. Do they? Or maybe here. No. I can't even... Oh, I've already removed that chest. Okay. Yeah, so Armox archers can't train anywhere. They just don't have any training areas. So you just need to finish up that final part and then they can actually train there. Okay. So we need to add the final chapel to the Pantheon. Temple. And this is to Teshkat, the Green Luxuries. Which only just misses out on 2 worshippers to be the most worshipped god in my fortress. And we already have the statue, so we don't even have to make the statue for that. And then we rename that. The Chapel of Chapels. Trade. There we go, the Chapel of Trade. Designated to the God of Trade. Now Logum has his proper thing. Teshkin has his proper thing right now, or it's being constructed as we speak. And all the engravings are done as well. What we could also do... We should be able to reach that. There, they should even be able to reach that behind the ones that already have statues behind them, because they can engrave diagonally. So that means that, so of course they can reach behind the statues. So let's take a look at some of these engravings. Engraved on the wall is an exceptionally designed image of Francis Galagala, the dwarf, and dwarves by TheMBmulti. The dwarves are refusing Francis Galagala. He looks confused. The artwork relates to the removal of the dwarf Francis Galagala from the position of manager on the remarkable Bloody Bulls in late autumn of 204. Designed image of Jane Kimbry. He's weeping. The artwork relates to the departure of the dwarf Jane Kimbry from the position of mayor. This is a tree. Carambola tree, which is the symbol of the capital, the Violent Helms. The artwork relates to the appointment of the dwarf Vane Brain to the position of captain of the guard. It's a designed image of a giant leopard. The artwork relates to the masterful stew prepared by the dwarf Kurizinju Giwara. Artwork relates to the hunting of the great beasts of the dwarf Stukos Savopax in Sweet Forests in 159. The appointment of the dwarf Cato Aquilia to the position of militia captain in 200. That's a long while ago. Engraved on the walls an exceptionally designed image of blah blah blah, the troll bride of the night. Some sort of forgotten beast or something. It is pretty nice that you can kind of like see what it is. But this is here. Artwork relates to the killing of the dwarf Ashen Wheelgolf by the human Pamud Wood Basic in Ilgate the Ancient Canyon Castle in the early autumn of 199 during the rampage of the human Pumad Wood Basic in Ilgate the Ancient Canyon Castle. So that was probably one of the first forgotten beasts that we've had. Election to the dwarf Jane Kirby to the position of mayor. Oh, somewhere over on the other side it said that you were departing, so everything, the whole history's here. This is catapult parts, this one. Yep. Spirit designed image of catapult parts, images the symbol of the remarkable Bloody Bulls, a local dwarven government. This image of Never Crescents by Kim R.J. Hunt. You've engraved almost all of these walls. KMRJ. You've engraved almost everything. Artwork relates to the passing of the human Torah blush shrines in Ilgate Ancient Canyon Castle. Cassowary parchment scroll. Okay. Image of Negate Pix, the grizzly bear. Ambush of the human somewhere. Another ancient thing. You can all read all these if you want. Pause and read. It's pretty funny how they like figure out those history things. The adoration of the dwarf Tyrone Mellish in winter of 197. I don't really see a lot of dwarves that are laboring, which... Oh, well, that's what I was talking about. The dwarves are travelling. The artwork relates to the foundation of Ilgate the Ancient Canyon Castle by the remarkable Bloody Bulls of the Violent Helms in the early spring of 194. That's exactly what I was talking about. I haven't really seen many of these, and that's just what happens when I select one. When I talk about it, that happens. I see one. Because usually they would make loads of those. Like, foundation of this thing. But of course, I guess that makes sense that they do that early on, because of course... because then they just created their fortress, so... Also, apparently we started our fortress in 194, it's currently 205, so our fortress It's already lost 10 years, because this is our 11th year in the fortress. Woo! 11th year hype! So yeah, apparently we've survived 11 years. Oh wow, everybody is going to put this up, I guess. Oh, so now there, this guy's going to put a part of the floor in. It is a lot of money, or well, a lot of like resources that we invest in doing this. But it is all worth it. We have, of course, also a lot of rocks for the wall here. So yeah, the dwarves can just really nicely just walk around and do stuff. Carry around a lot of rocks. Horsebone bolts. Horsebone bolts. Probably someone that was hunting. How is this water drying up? It's taking its time, but it's almost done. A whole bunch of willow logs that we can grab. Horsebone bolts, iron bolts, iron bolts. We can claim those. Designate, remove stairs / ramps. You need to do that. Through there, because that's where we need to build the walls. We're just going to build wooden walls because otherwise it's just going to take too long. It's going to take too many resources. So we're just going to remove those ramps there, and then later on we will put wooden walls on there, and then we can continue the road over there. Because now, once we go for paved road, which is O, it will say, yeah, blocked, of course, because, yeah. Oh yeah, there's already a piece of road here. Wait, where is that road? Where does it stop? Rothschild Road. Okay, there. Okay, so here's like already a little part of roads. No. How the hell do we... Oh, I already... It's M, right? Oh, there we go, yeah. Yeah, you can actually place the road there, but the dwarves won't actually do it because... oh god, all the miners are holding stones around. They won't actually do it because, of course, there's no solid ground underneath the road, so they will just... They will still be busy with it, but they won't suspend it either for some strange reason, and they just don't do it at all. But yeah, we got a load of wood, because of course we had to chop away a lot of trees in order to make room for the walls. So we got a lot of extra wood, so we can easily make a small wooden road here, small wooden wall, that will act as foundation for our road, so that we can continue our road outside here, and then just like let the road go there. Possibly, what I could do if I really have a lot of resources that I want to spend, I could connect it up to the bridge or something. But that's at least I just wanted to get out of the fortress, so that it actually allows for a easy way in for the caravan. And of course, I need a wooden gate here that I can close, which the lever will probably gonna go there. Because this is... Yeah, I keep forgetting the levers. Oh, what the hell? Taken by TheMBmulti. Who the hell was taken by TheMBmulti? You. Follow. He dropped his stone. He's like, fuck that wall. Or roof, whatever he's going to create. Fuck that. I've just got a huge amount of inspiration and I need to build it right now. And so he does, because that's what happens in Dwarf Fortress. Look at all these guys carrying all these rocks. And there are more over there. A couple of them moving in just now. Right. How many of you are going to guess that he's going to claim the Craft Wolf workshop? If any of you guessed the Craft Wolf workshop, you were correct, because as you can clearly see, he has claimed the Craft Wolf workshop. Well, he is, by the looks of it, like a stone crafter or something, or a bone crafter or whatever. So it was only inevitable. So he's grabbing a rock from over there. And he's grabbing another rock from somewhere else, from above. The other one was from below. And he's off to somewhere completely different now. Is he gonna grab another rock from a very specific location because he wants specifically that rock? I'm guessing that's what he's going to do. Or maybe he's going to grab one of the bones from my corpse stockpile. That's also possible. That he wants to, like, beak dog bones or something. Everyone is extremely thirsty for carrying that rock around all the time. Yeah, it might be that he's going for a specific bone on the corpse stockpile. No, he's going somewhere else. Whatever it is that he wants, it is outside. Maybe it's one of the things that we bought from the humans. Nope, the answer is no. What the hell is he trying to get then? Oh, he's grabbed... Oh, gold bars, right? Is that what he's got? I think he's got gold bars. Yeah, I can't see what he has. What's in this barrel? Glass, sheets. Glass and sheets are in there, so I'm guessing he grabbed some glass. Some yellow glass. Oh, look at that! They're like a... It's very weird pieces of floor that they actually made. They made that and stuff really weird, but they made it, so... And of course, now that they've made various things, this... No, don't suspend that. These ones are actually active now, because they can actually reach them easier. Unless they suspend it, which the dwarves tend to do from time to time. Right, almost all the water is dried up. At least most of the water that's in the annoying positions is dried up. Just need to remove the ramps there so that we actually have the possibility of placing the walls there. There was a Kia flying in my tower here. But there he goes. There he goes. Yeah, we were also going to remove the catapult because we wanted to move the catapult a bit better in position. Where were siege engines? Siege engines. Catapults. Oh yeah. It's really weird. You use 3 catapult parts to build one, but when you remove it, you only get 2 catapult parts back. So you need to make catapult parts only once. Because we already have 2. I was also thinking of maybe putting like a ballista shooting area in here somewhere. Like in the corners, because I was planning on making this thing walk all the way there and then all the way back, but perhaps I could like take out a corner like this, because that of course also saves a lot of resources in making all the traps. Take out a corner like this and put like a ballista there with fortifications, and of course a roof on top of it so that the goblins can't enter. And then we can actually turn around the ballista in various directions and shoot the crap out of goblins and trolls that are standing there. And then because of course they want to get into us. And you can only, you can make these like that. You can only enter them from the top, because I want an area where you can enter this from the top. Because otherwise they can just go through there. But well, we'll see. But yeah, then we can have some siege operators sitting in there in these things. They can like operate the ballistas and turn them around and shoot them at orcs and goblins. And the goblins want to fucking get them, of course. Then they run through here because this is the only way into the fortress, and then they walk through all the stonefall traps, the weapon traps. Then eventually they get out, but by the time they actually get out, my fucking guys are already going to be in the fortress. Nice in a way. Or what would be even a better idea if you can only access it from a tunnel that I dig from over here. Because then you have to get into the only way that you can access it if I make like a tunnel from here, like you go from here upstairs, and that's how you can get in. That would be the ultimate best way. Right, so all the ramps are being removed there. Still some water. Just need to wait for that to dry up, and then we can, because build a construction wall. Oh, we can actually place it on a one tile. Okay, good. So like that. Out of willow logs indeed. There, let's just build that one first. That only needs to be created out of willow logs, and almost all the willow logs that you need are down there already, so. And then this, I'll just remove that piece of road because it's a bit in the way. And then I can just continue the actual road all the way through. Yeah, and also I need to make this wall a bit higher. I want to make like an extra. There's going to be an extra like entire layer on top of here with fortification, possibly also with catapults. And then I'm gonna make this like one layer higher and then connect it up to here, like that, and then connect that up through there. Alright, so here come the dwarves, or here are the dwarves, I should say. Creating very random pieces of the roof with their rocks. It is indeed extremely random what they decide to create, but whatever. It doesn't matter as long as it actually just works. As long as they make the roof, that's the whole point of it. And then of course after everything is done we have to remove this part and then build another fortification thing in there, and then it's fine. Alright, so there we go. Let's make the catapult there. We can also possibly put some statues up there. We can actually build statues up here, right? Yes, we can. Okay, so I might as well, just for the beauty of it, place some statues up there. It doesn't really matter what the statues are. Also, I would like to have a statue of the Dwarven God of War. At the... look at that, almost the entire wall is already created. Don't suspend that, just make it. Don't suspend the construction of a wall. Twice. Why the hell did they suspend all of this? Right, so, and then we built roads, paved roads. You see, we can actually now just put the road on here. It's going to be like this, and then we need to make an extra part that actually leaves the fortress. This created a masterpiece bilberry stew. I suspended this again because there's a fucking thing in the way. Oh, oh yeah. There are a couple of bolts there that they're not allowed to move. And their permission with locks that also have been claimed somehow. So unclaim all of those. And then we unsuspend it. So this should all still be unsuspended. Look at them. Look, it's pretty funny how that looks. All the dwarves just walking together. Unfortunately, there are some other dwarves that have puked everything over again. I don't know who that is, but some fucking dwarves, some of the dwarves keep puking everywhere. Don't suspend that. Don't suspend that. Sometimes they do suspend stuff for no reason at all. There comes the siege engineer to finish the catapult, and he started working on the mysterious construction. Okay, good luck. Good thing you managed to find everything that you wanted. Is this suspended yet? Construction nearly done. It says. Well, that's good. It's pretty funny how you see all the dwarves like collectively working together to finish that wall. Alright. So yeah, that works. How is the statue going? It should have been finished. Yeah, statue of cats, indeed, it is finished. This is the Temple of Storms, right? No, this is music. Storms, there it is. Build build statue. There. Statue of cat. Alright, so then we need Chapel of Music. Yeah, it's a bit annoying when I select L to go to that room. It doesn't automatically go there. I have to fucking find it, so it might be easier doing it this way. Onsen. Okay. Sort of find that guy then in the list of things. Statue. Details. Image. Specify new image. Historical figure. Filter. That's how you write it, right? Yes, because we're going to see him. There. There's the Violet Helms, most often takes the form of male dwarf and associated with happiness, revelry, music, and song. It's Onshin, and... oh yeah, I don't know any of these musical things. Oh, this is a drum. Hammer is used by the musician to strike the instruments and produce sound. One. Action or relationship. Yeah, how do you... it doesn't say making music with. Or using. Being mutilated by. Being flayed by, burning, contemplating, cooking, cringing, dead, devouring, embracing. Or embracing, perhaps. Hanging from, that's pretty dark. Falling, fighting with, greeting, hiding, impaled on. Fetal position, laboring, laughing. Make a play gesture, submissive gesture, massacring, melting, praying, prostrating itself before, raising. Well, raising. You can do raising. Raising. Because there's not really anything else. That's... he is raising this thing. And then he is laughing. He's raising the drum and he's laughing. Done. Right, and then the other one. This and then this is the Chapel of Youth. And that is dedicated to Fimshell. Details, image, specify new image, historical figure, Fimshells, deity Violet Helms, most often takes the form of a female dwarf and associated with youth. That's the one. Fimshell, the mighty competition, the deity of youth, depicted as a female dwarf. Objects. Do we have like a mirror or something? No. Oh, we could have used the ABBA, but apparently that's an instrument for the previous one, but never mind. Youth. What can you associate with youth? I was trying to oh yeah, rabbits. Yeah, there is a rabbit there. Rabbit has more to do with how fertilize stuff, of course, but... 0 for unnumbered plural. Yeah, and rabbits. And then... it is surrounded She's surrounded by the rabbits. And then she is... And she looks... No, she doesn't look confused, dejected, offended, or terrified. And laughing, I guess, as well. Yeah. Image of TheMBmulti, the mighty competition, the deity of youth, depicted as a female dwarf and rabbits. TheMBmulti, the mighty competition, is surrounded by the rabbits. TheMBmulti, the mighty competition, is laughing. Yes! There we go. Alright, so that's 2 extra statues that are going to be created for the Pantheon. Those 2, and then we need 3 others, because we already have 1. And of course we need a whole bunch of chairs. Whole bunch of chairs to make sure that everything is fine. It's pretty good to see that a lot of guys are already using the chapels. Some are still using the bottom ones for as a meeting hall, which is definitely not what I wanted, but okay, they're doing it nevertheless. It specifically says meeting hall no, but yeah, Chapel of Death. But yeah, I want a statue of the because there's the dwarven war gods here. Vor L 4, which is Arcstium. That's you. Specify new image, stock figure. Is this the one? Arc. I believe it was Arc for sure. Or was there no R in it? Just ACH. Fucking hell. Yeah, Arc. Oh, Kess Arcstium. Ah, that's why I can't find him. Details. Image. Just for new image. Historical figure. Kess. Where the fuck? It was Kess Arc. Kess Arcstium, the Reign of Nails, is a bronze colossus. Is one of the only ones of its kind. So there is war strength and okay, wow, so it's not even a dwarven god. It's just a giant creature. The Reign of Nails. Is that actually what it's called? Yes. Okay, so apparently that is just a... It's not even a official dwarven god or anything. It's just a... it's just a thing. A creature. Oh, fuck me! I cancel this. Okay, so this one was the youth one. Alright, we can go for existing image. No. Related to historical figure? No. Oh my god. Deity of Youth. Depicts a female dwarf and rabbits. That's the one that's still there? Yeah, this one. This is what you need to do. That's a good thing. You don't even have to select it all again. You can just... if you've selected it once, you can just go back and do it again. Just select it, and then you don't have to go through the whole menu again. That's sorry. I really thought that the other one was actually a dwarven god, but it's just a giant creature, and some dwarves get very impressed by those, and then... the yak calf was found starved to death. Okay. But yeah, some of the dwarves find those things to be so incredible that they start worshipping them as gods. But yeah, in that case, we'll place a statue of... saving. Autumn has come. I'm going to end off the episode here then. But yeah, some dwarves just find those things so immensely impressive that they decide to worship them as gods. And that's what has happened with that Colossus thing. There are already a bunch of statues in my in the barracks, but I believe they're just random statues. Right, so hopefully the fucking goblins don't attack me this time, so that my caravan can arrive, so that they can upgrade me to a county. I don't know whether the game will actually prevent goblins from attacking when this is about to happen. Probably not, but you never know. I just hope that those goblins don't attack this time. Alright, so I'm gonna pause the recording here and then start it again here. Alright. Oh yeah, we were checking out what the statues were. Statue of Martin Ferrelli, yeah. These are indeed just random statues, I think. Statue of Dwarves. About the foundation of our fortress. Oh, there aren't even statues up here, so I can put it up here. Alright, so this has all been made. Balls of bad guys. Oh, I haven't even selected all this to be made. Archery range. Actually, hang on a minute. This was 4. Quick crossbows. Right, so shoot from bottom to top, yeah. Quick crossbows. You can do everything here. Quick crossbows. Shoot from bottom to top. So I'll just do this really quickly and then I'll end off the episode after this is done. So they're already making use of it right now. Oh, I don't even have to press escape, I can just continue. Right. And now we have to do the same thing here. But then for Armox archers, of course. No, from bottom to top. So now finally, all of my squads, both the melee guys and the crossbows, have a place to train, because armored archers have been without training for a very long time now. So it's good that they also now finally have their place. This place was already here for a long time, but I just never really finished it. There we go. And then we just armored archers, TIQ. There you can do your dodging demonstrations and whatnot. So here we go, the crossbowmen are practicing on the archery range to increase their accuracy, of course. Right, so you've created a limestone figurine of Rofa and the flute, wherever that may be. Yeah, limestone figurine. So it's worth 56,400 dwarf credits. This is a limestone figurine of Rofa and the flute. All crafted for of the highest quality. This item is the masterfully designed image of Rofa and the flute, the elf, and duly equal scales, the human in limestone by Jesse Vibronic Brush 82. Yeah. Rofa and the flute is cringing, Dooley is laughing. The artwork relates to the ripping of the elf Rofa's head by the human Dooley equal scales in midwinter of 52 during the assault of shoving. It is studded with iron decorated with echina leather and encircled with bands of brass and hazelwood. This object ministers with spikes of gypsum, purple spinel, echinda leather, and pigtail. On the item is an image of Geshut Save Boats, the dwarf, and dwarves in limestone. Geshut Save Boats is surrounded by the dwarf. The artwork relates to the appointment of the dwarf Geshut Save Boats to the position of General of the Violent Helms in 156. So it is a figurine of a elf being decapitated by a human, which is beautifully decorated, and on that figurine of the elf being decapitated by the human, somewhere on that figurine there is also an image of a historical moment when a dwarf was selected general of the Violent Helms, in which was roughly 50 years ago. Okay. Don't know how you managed to squeeze that item on the mini figurine that you made, but pretty impressive. And it's worth a whole lot of money, which of course increases our created wealth, which is now 2.1 million. Because yeah, here you can see... Okay, oh yeah, oh look at that, it actually says that the humans are... It actually shows the human civilization now, because the humans have made contact with us, and now it actually shows. Okay, so the humans are at war with the elves. See that? Humans and elves are at war with each other. And the dwarves and goblins are at war with each other. Because yeah, before, the humans weren't here. You saw elven civilization, and it just says peace and peace, because the elves are at peace with the goblins and the dwarves. But apparently the elves and the humans are at war with each other. Right, so who do we know of the human civilization? We know of Lastret Ezifkemsa, which is the general of the human army. And then Zilar Kadishpra is the lawgiver, so that's like the judge. Imports. I imported 13,630 from them. Offerings. I haven't offered them anything. You have no agreements with this land. Okay, so Elven. Acolytes. Diplomat, yeah, that's the diplomat that comes around from time to time. They've got a princess, a druid, and the queen, the elven queen. We've imported 11,860 from them. Oh yeah, we told them we wouldn't chop any. Oh, we can. Oh, this is where you can see. Ah, and enter view agreements. You can actually see how many trees you've cut. How many trees you've cut down. Cool. And then I was already wondering if there was something there. General. So Negbzo is the goblin general, and then Sodor Negordaxnol Slugsop is the goblin master. I'm guessing that's the goblin king. Exports terror. We've only exported terror. Offerings vengeance. Would be cool if you could actually send peace treaties over towards these guys. That would be quite funny. Whole bunch of barons and counties, and there's a dwarven king. Imports. None. We got a trade agreement with them. Got 2 trade agreements going with all the dwarven civilizations. Okay, cool. Then actually, no. That must be updated as well. Or I just never figured it out. It's also possible. Alright, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you always enjoyed the video. Click the like button beneath if you liked it. Subscribe to be part of the TheMBmulti so you never miss any of my videos. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button on the left if you're subscribed to the video. See you later, Ave.